Time for Law and Disorder.
I demand a lawyer.
With attorney Jeff Kaufman on 101.1 WJRR.
We are Orlando's rock station, Law and Disorder, brought to you by Kaufman Lynd, personal injury attorneys. If you or someone you know has been injured, slip and fall, car accident, something else, and you think you might want to run your situation by somebody in the know, Jeff Kaufman's a damn good lawyer, and he'll tell you straight up first off, if you even think you are going to need legal representation.
That's one of the cool things I was just going to say is he doesn't want you to waste your money. If you don't need representation, he'll let you know. How do you get in touch with Jeff? Directly via email, jeff@whenyouneedus.com or pound 546 on your cell.
We were, good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, gentlemen.
We're sitting here. The news was just doing a big story on the pregnant stingray we talked about earlier.
I wonder who's paying child support on that one.
Knocked up by the shark.
Yeah.
The shark is.
I don't know.
Sting shark.
I wonder if there was consent. Can the stingray give consent?
There's
shark ray.
Yeah.
Craziness going on in the aquarium, Kaufman.
It's better to talk about that than the real world we live in.
Well, we live in somewhat of a fishbowl sometimes.
Yep.
We really do. So, some questions coming in. Hope you had a good weekend, Jeff.
Had a great time. I did some stand-up over the weekend, sharpen my skills, and then I got to sit down and watch a Super Bowl.
Where'd you watch it?
I like to do it chill. So I get I go out and get pizza and all Anthony's, my favorite place.
Yeah,
Anthony's. And they ship
rules.
me a bunch of stuff, and I sit there and I eat for a couple hours, and I don't care about the world. I don't think about anything.
So at home.
Yeah, at home.
Hey, do all your employees show up today?
I think the staff shows up. I mean, when they don't show up, the weird thing is after I take them on a vacation, because we go to 3 or 4 a year, and I'm like, you just got 4 days off, and you're bagging the first day back.
That's even ballsier.
That's a ballsy move. That's why my people are rough.
We had somebody text in, Jeff, about Super Bowl and day off, because Pat and I were saying, look, if you call in sick today, you're losing a lot of respect from coworkers and friends and what. But we had somebody that texted in that their boss or whoever's in charge there gives today as an optional day. It's paid either way, whether you come in or not. That's up to you.
That's not bad,
That's cool.
The question is this: I mean, is he tight through the whole year, or is he just liberal through the whole year? I mean, I'm pretty good with my people. My people give me excuses all the time. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Got it.
I blow it off because they're good people. If you have people who work hard and care, you don't care if they miss a couple days for the hell of it.
Right on.
Yeah.
All right, we have a lot of questions, Jeff. Here's one right out of the gate. Age-old question: are skateboarders able to sue a property for an injury sustained while skating on any location not protected by a waiver?
No.
Not talking skate parks, just talking about I'm in a
I understand.
parking lot.
What they're saying is, I was doing some tricks up on, in the park or something, and anything that is open and obvious, they're responsible for. If there's a bench and they go, I hopped on the bench and I broke it and I fell down and hurt my butt. Because skateboarders, do a lot of tricks on things that they're not supposed to. Mm-hmm. And
skate or die, man.
The fact is this is that they take a certain amount of responsibility for their actions, and unless it's like a hidden hole. For example, let's say it's covered up and you don't realize it's an 8-foot hole and you fall into, or that you're not maintaining the property. They sit down on a bench and the bench collapse. But if you're riding your skateboard on the bench, that's not what it's meant
Or
for.
sliding down the handrails in front of the entrance of their building.
Exactly.
I grew up skateboarding. Very good place, and I know Pat knows this. I think you might.
Don't say it.
No, it's fine.
Our listeners going to get out there.
The old-fashioned square mall, the walls at that place. You've seen that, right?
I know.
We rode those.
Don't do that.
All weekend
Especially
long.
the mall's dead, basically. Outside the movie theater, the mall's basically dead. And I feel bad because I fund that movie theater. I think taking 500-600 people have kept that movie open for the last 3 years.
Open a skate park there.
Yeah, no doubt. There's one close by there. Good morning, Jeff. I found a jury summons in a pile of old papers. I was supposed to appear in November. What's my plan to fix this?
You don't fix it. I mean, you blew by it, but then again, you didn't do it intentionally. your duty to check the mail is tough because we live in a paperless society now. So a lot of people don't even check their mail anymore. So if it's an accident, you didn't mean to do it, then, walk
What
off.
are the chances if you get a jury summons and you just flat out ignore it? You don't even call to see if you're...
You have a duty to do it.
But I'm asking in reality. I get that.
And what happened, Jeff? Jeff got sued by the bar for making a comment that nothing's going to happen. I didn't say that.
Okay.
What I'm saying is this: I have in my history, I have never seen anybody prosecuted for that. That doesn't mean you aren't going to be the one.
I'm just picturing some low man on the totem pole over at the sheriff's department. Hey, you need to go see why.
We know Taco over here. He's real good with his mail.
Right.
It's all junk mail now. So if there's a jury summons,
you don't even realize you have a trial.
In between the 42 Spectrum things that you get, and then all the other new fiber companies sending you stuff. It's like jury schmurry.
I agree with you, man.
Question for Jeff. My daughter was hit on a bicycle in September. We reached out to a well-known lawyer's office. We were notified 2 weeks ago that her case was dropped because the person at fault had canceled insurance at the time of the accident.
Yeah.
What do they do?
Well, in the state of Florida, you're required to have insurance. And I think anybody who causes an accident who doesn't have insurance should be prosecuted. But the state of Florida is very liberal on that, so they don't normally go after people. But my belief is that, you should. Now, the attorney, the well-known firm, whatever it was, whatever TV guy you went with, they found out there's no insurance and they can't get you any money. Now, there are certain times where, for example, I've had this with businesses where they say, we don't have insurance. I said, okay, I'll take your trucks. And they find money. But the average person in Florida, individual, is protected based on the debtor rules of, that are in place. For example, like houses and joint assets and stuff like that are protected. So that's what your law firm was telling you, is that it's very difficult to go after an individual.
Would you take on
insurance.
Somebody like this?
No, there's no point, because here's the thing. The person has to participate too. And in the end, they only care about what they get. So let's say I kill myself and I go, and we've done this where we say, hey, listen, we're going to take a shot. 2 years later, well, it seems like this was a big waste of time. Well, we tried to tell you that 2 years ago, because if I can't get you any money, you don't care what I did for you.
And it was
you
waste
don't
of
care
time.
how hard I worked, and that happens a lot of times because sometimes they're only $10,000 policies.
It was a waste of time on your side too.
They've been taught that, hey, listen, you get in an accident, you're going to get a check, and that's not always the case because insurance is required for you to get that check.
All right. Can you get fired for being injured off work, even though you have FMLA you can use?
Well, when you say the Leave Act, is that what they're talking about?
I guess Family leave. Isn't that for...
That's for a couple things. A lot of times it applies to different areas, but if they fire you before you apply for it and everything else, Florida's a very wonky state as far as right to work. So there are a couple different things.
Okay.
They asked me about the sharks. How many people have called you to talk about sharks since your ads? I don't know if you've heard these.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's
I've actually talked to a bunch of people about sharks. And the reason why is this. If you're going to do commercials, and people hate attorney commercials, and the station gave me a bunch, I said, instead of me sitting there talking about how great I am, let me just keep people amused. And a lot of people find it funny. I got to tell you, sharks scare the crap out of me.
I don't brought up the sting shark.
Well, not those. I'm talking about the great whites that are 100 feet off the coast.
Yeah.
Not a fan of those.
No, I don't know.
Susie is off the coast. You think we should tell somebody? Yes. I think you should tell people about Susie, the 18-foot white shark, great white shark.
You just wait until those sting sharks that Pat's talking about, the shark rays come out. You're really going to be afraid, Jeffrey.
Megalodon was an issue. Megalodon.
A judge from Volusia County, I'm not hitting names, obviously, would drag your ass in
I know who that judge is.
Threaten to put you in jail for not showing up, is what they're saying.
And they can. And they absolutely can. And like I said, it's your duty, it's your responsibility, but again, if you've had it in the mail, you blew through it in November, I wouldn't really think about it too much.
Got it. If we didn't get to your question, don't worry about it. I print up all the questions that come in at 22526 to get in touch with Jeff directly with your personal injury questions. It's Jeff@whenyounneedus.com or #546 on your cell phone.
Do you have any pizza left?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Calzone?
It's in the refrigerator.
Calzone.
No. I got the pepperoni. I'm a pepperoni guy.
Jeff
No
Kaufman.
pineapple, no nothing, man.
Kaufman and Lynd. We'll see you next Monday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, Jeff.
Lynch and Taco on demand. Download the iHeartRadio app and listen anytime, anywhere.
This is JRR.